So if you have been following my content at all over the last 2 years, then you are aware that I have been trying to sell my Seat Ibiza for more than 2 years now and have been prohibited from doing so by the Danish government. Now I have made quite an extensive campaign over the last 10 days, and you see here on Facebook where I have my car for sale. It has been seen 311 times, and I have not had one single inquiry. We see here I have it for sale on another site where it has been looked at 504 times in this perspective, like here, where people are searching Sailor B for 115 horsepower, and here you see my car, and only 70 people out of 504 have clicked on the ad. This might not be specifically significant, but it helps to signify what the situation that is going on, and that is, of course, that the Danish government continuously prohibit the sale of this car, despite these cars selling like hotcakes. And my car has been for sale under the market price for all the time that I have been trying to sell it. And especially in the beginning, where there was more overhead, where I could sell it for a cheaper comparatively to now, where I want more for my money, and thereby the price is much closer to the market value. So looking at the market value for this kind of car, here we have the biggest site here in Denmark called Bilbasen, and here we have cars of the exact same make and horsepower. There are some slight differences in models FR or style. Mine's a style, which is a little bit cheaper than the FR. Some of them are with DSG, which obviously mean automatic gear system, which is obviously much more expensive. So we won't include them in this little overview. So here we have a car, a CRB for 115 horsepower for 115,000 or 14.9. It's done 130,500 kilometers on the clock. Mine has done 120, and mine is for sale for 98,900. And here we have one that has done 135 to 115. It's an FR model, so a little more expensive. Here we have the same kind of thing, 112,000 kilometers for sale at 120,000 kroner. Here is the cheapest one I have been able to find. It's for sale at 94.9, so 95,000 kroner. It's done 129,000 miles, so 9,000 kilometers more than mine has. And here we have, and that is the cheapest one. And you can argue mine is nicer than this one. But that's obviously neither here or there. It's more or less the same car, just a different color, different rims, and other than that, it's basically the same. So uh, that shows that the market value, the very cheapest market value, and here we have some that are more in line with the market value, 130,000 kilometers for 140 for 105,000 kroner, and that has done 130, so that's 10,000 more kilometers that is done in mine, and the price is 7,000 kroner more thereabouts, right? So as you see, my car is not expensive, is not over market value. It is actually slightly under market value, and still is not being allowed to be sold. And that is, of course, because, as I have demonstrated the last 2 years, the Danish government directly prohibits it. As you see here, my video from 2 years ago, where I was again highlighting this problem. This was published on the 7th of June 2023, so almost 2 years ago. And here the market value was 139,000 kroner, and I was trying to sell it for 112, 120, and I still wasn't being allowed. So this is almost 2 years ago, and the value of my car is obviously decreasing with time and mileage, and yet this is I have been persistently documenting how the government is outright prohibiting me from selling my Seat Ibiza, because practically, for all intents and purposes, I'm living in an apartheid state where the rules and normal norms don't apply To me, Stephen Bell.